Saying that Israel is one of our closest allies in the region. Today he's in New York, not to hold bilateral meetings, but to appear on The View to tape a joint appearance with the First Lady. Last year he held 13 bilateral meetings with world leaders. This year he has 0 ahead of a UN speech tomorrow.
It is a simple fact that when you're President of the United States, your responsibility as Commander-in-Chief never ends, and you are constantly engaged in matters of foreign affairs and national security, and that's what this President is doing.
What about this and how it plays in the election? Let's bring in our panel. Bill Crystal, editor of the Weekly Standard. Juan Williams, columnist with The Hill, and syndicated columnist Charles Krauthammer. Charles.
Well, I think the main reason that he's not going to meet with foreign leaders is the Israeli conundrum. The fact that he has said that he doesn't want to meet with Netanyahu, despite the denials of the White House. It's obvious what's going on here. The Israelis are willing to meet in Washington or in New York, would have made it the story. Had he met, let's say, for example, the President of Egypt, it would have been, well, he meets with the head of the Muslim Brotherhood, but not with the head of our closest ally, or even a country of less importance. So I think that was probably the driving element here. And the other is he doesn't want to make any errors, which can happen when you're, on the air, when you're doing a live photo op or you're answering questions at a time when all he's interested in is re-election. That means soft, soft exposure on the air like The View or Letterman, and raising money. That's what he does. His objective between now and November is that nothing happens in the world, as if he can stop it, but ignore the Middle East, ignore the Iranian problem, ignore the debt ceiling and the cliff, ignore everything so you can get over the finish line and then expect the world to respond to us.
Juan.
It seems to me that he's running for President of the United States, and obviously that is his foremost concern at the moment. He's a politician. I don't know that you have to apologize for this, and certainly you want to make that case. He's at the UN for 2 days in New York. He's doing The View. There's nothing wrong with doing The View. He's President of the United States one way or the other. And with regard, I find this argument so curious. It's like we don't have telephones, we don't have telegrams, we don't have diplomats. It's like Secretary of State Clinton can't talk with Netanyahu. It's like there's not a constant stream of communication.
But Juan, you know that these face-to-face meetings are an opportunity for world leaders to schmooze, to make personal contact, to possibly do something that they don't do on the telephone, which is look in each other's eyes and get a sense of the other person.
And do you think that Netanyahu and President Obama have not, in fact, done this? And I don't think they've done it to good result, but I think they've done it.
Juan, a meeting is a symbol. The world understands it. You refuse a meeting, you send a signal of disrespect and lack of interest. That's why people want to have a meeting with the President of the United States.
No, I'm delighted, but I'm saying Benjamin Netanyahu is not short on respect from the United States, the White House, the American people.
He's not?
I don't think so, not in any way.
Treated by the Obama administration?
I don't think he's been treated badly at all. In fact, it seems to me this administration, even in the interview yesterday, reiterated that Israel remains a close ally in the Middle East and that they are 100%
one of our closest allies in the region. What are the other closest allies?
I don't know what he means by that, but I guess he wasn't trying to put a value judgment. If you wanted to put a value judgment here tonight, I'd say Israel is our closest ally.
But the President said they're one of our closest allies.
That's what he said. I mean,
and closest ally was the traditional language of the Democrats.
I don't want to jump on
this year. It no longer is.